You're not saying my name?
No. I think we each say our own names.
Hi, I'm Keanu Reeves.
I'm Seth Rogen.
I'm Keke Palmer.
And this is the Wired Autocomplete interview.
Oh my gosh, shout out Canada.
Yep.
Sorry.
That was better than your Australian accent.
All right, so this is the prompts.
Yes.
How was Keanu Reeves discovered?
Ooh.
What does discovered mean? Like for
You
what?
were
Like,
unearthed.
I was unearthed? You know, I've had a bunch of discoveries, but I guess what's a discovery?
What was the first discovery?
I don't know. I got an agent from doing community theater.
Okay, that's a discovery.
I was playing Mercutio and Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, hey, do you want an agent? And I was like, yes.
Absolutely.
So that's discovery.
I think
Yeah,
that would
that
be
is.
it.
That's
I think
cool.
that would be it.
Who is Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk?
Who is Keanu Reeves in
Keanu Reeves?
Cyberpunk? You're the star of Cyberpunk.
Well, no, I'm not the
No.
star of Cyberpunk.
You're not.
No. But I play a character named Johnny Silverhand.
That's a pretty cool name.
It's a good one. Why is Keanu Reeves?
So fine.
So
Oh,
nice.
so nice.
So
You fine
nice.
too, though.
So nice.
I can't read.
Why are you so nice, man?
You really are nice, though.
What's your problem?
Everybody's
Why-
nice.
why are you so-
Everybody's not nice.
Nice is nice, right?
is
Nice
nice.
is nice. Nice is
nice.
better.
Nicer to be nice.
Nice is better.
You feel better being nice.
You do. Does Keanu Reeves do his own stunts?
Ooh.
No. Stunt people do stunts.
You do a lot of the fighting, though.
I do action.
Yeah.
You
do
were so
action.
incredible at it.
Yeah.
That's kind. Thank you.
Did you learn how to nunchuck?
Yes.
Oh
I
my
can do
gosh.
some nunchucks.
That's cool.
So cool.
That's a
do it.
dream.
Really?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad bought me like real wooden nunchucks,
Yeah.
and,
Oh
my
I,
gosh.
and I cracked my head open with them.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, whack.
Did you ever get hurt learning to do them?
I did that.
Yeah.
I hit the coconut.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, Matrix.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that a question?
That's the tagline.
That is the whole question.
That is-
Keanu Reeves Matrix.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes.
That says it all.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves
Matrix.
Okay, Seth, you're up.
I'm up. Seth Rogen, Beastie
Beastie
Boys. I was in a Beastie Boys music video where I got to play a Beastie Boy, and it was directed by a Beastie Boy. And all the Beastie Boys were in the video. And we shot it for 3 days, and it was honestly some of the greatest 3 days of my entire life. I got to rap into the fisheye lens.
Oh my God.
It was really, really, really fun. And me and Danny McBride and Elijah Wood played
Oh, Danny.
the Beastie Boys. And then Jack Black and Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly played the older Beastie Boys.
Oh, that's so cool.
And there's a part where we were all pissing in each other's faces. And we had these rigs where we could pee in each other's faces. And you could control the pressure of the pee. By,
Did you open it up?
We all opened it up on each other, and we were told to. And to this day, one of like the funniest things I've ever seen in my life was like Will Ferrell getting like 4 like piss streams in his eyes at the same time as he was like laughing so hard he was crying.
Oh.
And he really looked like a 9-year-old kid, like just like at a park playing with his friends. It was wonderful. Anyway, what is Seth Rogen's favorite strain of weed?
Ooh.
I smoke a sativa strain. I actually don't. I've learned. I don't want to say what the strain I smoke is pretty hard to find as it is. And I don't know if I want to turn everyone
What was
on to
that
it.
shit you had me on
Yeah,
on
that
the
was-
movie
that was
doing? Man, we did another movie
We did
together.
another movie where we actually the only time I've ever actually smoked weed in a scene really was with you when we shot that.
Because
one
we were
scene.
like, the
Yeah.
fake weed is really weird,
Yeah.
and I knew he had some good stuff.
Yeah.
But by the end of the scene, man, I didn't even know if I
No.
was Keke Palmer. If
I
you
don't know
were.
what was happening. We smoked like so many.
That
joints
was
over the- Yeah, that was a
crazy.
lot. That
Good
was why
scene.
you don't smoke real weed. Me and you. I was glad it was you. I was glad it was you. Anyone else that would have really spun me out. I think. Seth Rogen.
Gamer tag.
I don't have a gamer tag. Seth Rogen Houseplant. Houseplant is my home goods company that is, kind of catered for people who smoke weed. We have beverages. We sell ashtrays, lighters, things like that.
That was
They're
what you
delightful.
with them nails when you had them nails on
Yeah,
goop.
exactly. I make gloopy nails. Anyway, that was my thing. Oh, you got 2 on yours.
Who wrote Keke Palmer new movie? I mean, which one? Good Fortune was written by Aziz Ansari.
There you go. Keke
And his
Palmer
incredible brother.
works. So, if you say new Keke Palmer movie, there's 17 movies that you could be referring
I
to.
was tired, boss. Keke Palmer, jammy eggs. So I found out about jammy eggs, baby, and it's the best thing you can do. 7 minutes in the boiling, you know what I'm saying? But you take them out real quick, put them in cold ice bath. That way that they don't get too hard on the inside.
And they're sort of runny on the inside.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Crack them over anything you want.
Oh.
Little rice, little spinach.
I would call that a soft-boiled egg.
No.
But wait, how does this become? Did you do something sharing how much you love?
You had a famous
did.
jammy egg
How did
moment?
you for that to be a
I
question?
was talking to my boy Scott Evans, and literally, I just, everybody started to realize jammy eggs is the shit. It is.
Jammy.
Jammy.
And you just gave the recipe.
I sure did. And you can do anything with them.
I mean, not that.
Well, name something.
I mean, depends on what you're
something you
into.
can't do it.
Forge a meaningful lifelong relationship.
Who was Keke Palmer?
I guess you could.
Sorry to. Okay, who was Keke Palmer sorry to? This is from the sorry to this man moment that I had.
You
I
got
was
a lot of moments. A lot
sorry.
Of viral moments.
And I don't know how the fuck it happens.
You're just an inherently funny person.
Sad.
It's true.
Thank you. I received that. I was saying sorry to Dick Cheney because I didn't know who he was.
Yes.
He could have been walking down the street and I wouldn't have known
He
a
could
thing.
have had a heart attack in front of you, and you wouldn't.
And I would have been like, oh my gosh.
He's notoriously had a lot of heart attacks.
You're
That's why I
kidding
said
me.
that. Yeah, like,
You just got to lay off the beef.
yeah.
That's what'll do it, I've heard.
Lay off the beef.
Try a jammy egg.
Try a jammy egg.
Jammy egg
next
is
time
better.
Next time you're reaching for beef,
But not too much
go
because
jammy egg.
cholesterol. Does Keke Palmer get the job in one of them days? So you didn't watch the movie.
She gets the job. It's in the movie.
I got a job. It's obscure. The lady comes back, and she wants me, so I think I get the job. But I guess you're gonna have to see one of them days too, coming out in 2026.
Nice.
Holler at your girl. All right.
What band is Keanu Reeves?
Ian.
I'm the bass player for a band called Dogstar.
Ooh.
Can Keanu Reeves surf? Badly.
Badly.
I mean, is it really bad? Because like any day,
If you can get
You
up.
can always get wiped
you're
out.
gonna have a good day.
Yeah. I've
But
never
if you're
tried surfing.
but if you're really good,
You always have a good day?
no, then you want the waves.
Ah.
But that doesn't mean that you would be a good or bad surfer. Anyway, okay, sorry. Can Keanu Reeves really fight? Depends what's going on.
I love that answer.
That's what's going on.
Depends what's going on.
Do you think it's made you, like, you must have been in situations now as a man who's played so, like, are you like, if
I'm
something
really
happened,
nice.
yeah, but if
Yeah.
something happened to you, like, due to my John Wick training, I could, like, I once learned how to, I learned how to cook chicken for a movie once.
Oh, wow.
So now I know
now
I
you
have
made it.
that.
You can roast a
Yeah, so
chicken?
now I know if I encountered a chicken, I could cook it. If
Wow.
you were to encounter many armed men, do you think?
No, but that might get me in trouble.
Yeah.
You can't start thinking
You don't want
that
to think
you know
like that.
anything.
Yeah.
But it depends what's going on.
It depends on what's
I
going
know
on.
that's right. He said, "I'll whoop your ass if you need your ass."
Depends what's
what's
going
going
I
on.
like that.
What's going on and find a way. What's Keanu Reeves' favorite
I'm
food?
curious about this.
I don't know.
Whoa.
No favorite food.
Well, I mean,
You probably got a lot of favorite foods.
yeah.
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 It's funny.
It's hard
you,
to pick
you
one.
view it as no favorite food, and I
Right.
view it as a lot of favorite food.
You viewed it as a cornucopia.
That really is an interesting.
It's a
Our
cornucopia.
shows our different
Favorites.
perspectives on life.
Can Keanu Reeves speak
Oh yeah.
multiple languages? No. But he wishes he could.
Which is good.
It
Never
seemed
too
like it
late.
was gonna
Never
be,
too
yeah.
late.
Never too late.
You could learn. What would you
Why,
learn
I'm
if
like
you
handing this to somebody who's not
if you
there.
could learn another language? What would it be?
Today, I would like to speak Latin.
Ooh, wow, a dead language.
I'd like to be able to speak and read Latin.
I mean, that would be
cool.
very cool because it's like I'm unique.
Yeah.
No, it's just because there's so much source
There's
from
cool
the
stuff
language.
written in language. Yeah.
You know?
And that might be a bridge to the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'd pick up the rum. Anyway, yes.
All right.
Okay.
How old was Seth Rogen
I loved this
during
movie.
Knocked Up? I guess we made it in 2006, I think. And I was born in 1982, so I was 24.
Incredible.
24. I was 24 when we made Knocked Up. And Pineapple Express and Superbad. I think we made all those movies the same
So
year.
cool.
So I was 24 in all those movies.
What were you freaking thinking creating such cultural classics,
It was stuff we
dude?
had written. They just made it all at once. It was stuff we had written for years and years and years and years. It was just, once they made our movies, they we made them in a quick succession because we were afraid they wouldn't keep letting us making them. So we made Knocked Up, Superbad, and Pineapple Express in one 12-month period of time, basically, while I was 24 to 25, I guess.
Incredible.
There you go. How did Seth Rogen wrote Superbad? How did Seth Rogen wrote Superbad? Better than you wrote that question. I wrote it in high school, mostly with my friend Evan, who I met in bar mitzvah class when we were 12. And we still work together to this day. We made the studio together and we directed and wrote that together. But yeah, we wrote it in high school based on our own high school experiences. As boys in Vancouver, British Columbia. How to Seth Rogen laugh? I don't know. I just do it. I don't know. I'd rather know how to not Seth Rogen laugh. But
You would?
I mean, it's
Like stop the music? Stop the laughter? The day Seth Rogen
stop laughing.
It's a dark day.
It is. Well, in public, a lot of people come up to you and are like, "I didn't know it was you," and then I heard you laugh, and then I realized it was you. So, and not that I mind people coming up to me, but I feel like maybe less people would if I didn't laugh as loud as I did.
Did you have that laugh when you were 6?
I always had this laugh. People used to say I laughed like Beavis and Butthead. That was a big thing in the 90s. I don't mind my laugh. And this is how to Seth Rogen laugh. And then you want to, you kind of got to catch your breath again, and then.
Wait, what laugh is that? I've never heard that laugh.
That was a technical version of it. Oh. That was more it. Does Seth Rogen fall in every episode of the studio? I don't fall in every episode of the studio, but I fall in most of the episodes of the studio, and I view the episodes that I don't fall as real failures on my part, honestly, because I love a guy falling down.
It's a good physical
There's
comedy, and you
very
can't get away
few
from
funnier things in the world than someone falling down. I was a big fan of America's Funniest Home Videos growing up, and I think ultimately I'm just trying to capture the magic of that show. A great comedy.
That was a good show.
Great show.
Thank you, sir. How did Keke Palmer get started? I got started in Chicago. My first audition was Chicago theater, Lion King, playing Nala. I didn't get the part, fuckers. But I turned it all around.
You turned it all around. and you're not resentful, and you're over it.
Not at all. I mean,
completely.
it's not like I went to the studio over there and just said, yeah, bad show. But, you live and you learn. I grew, and now I'm here. How old was Keke Palmer in True Jackson VP? Aw, True Jackson VP, man, I was the new VP. 15. I was 15 when it started. Yeah, 17 when it was over. It was good times. Why is Keke Palmer Entertainer of the Year? Good question. Why am I Entertainer of the Year?
You're seeing it live.
Well, I would like to believe it's because I have fun. I like to do many things. I like to entertain. If Cedric didn't take the name, it would be Keke Palmer the Entertainer.
Keke the Entertainer.
Keke the Entertainer.
He'll die one day.
Yeah, and I'll just swipe it right off.
He'll take it.
Okay, Keke Palmer, Giants. Oh, yes. So I did a Legacy, the League of Legends game. I was a part of a group that they made in that meta world. I was a part of this really cool group. It was honestly the most wicked thing I'd ever been to. Going to see everybody, it's thousands and thousands of people in an arena watching people game League of Legends. It's the coolest thing ever.
That is kind of cool.
It was really dope. I like doing the concert and being a part of it all. And yeah, shout out to the gamers. I see.
We see you, gamers. I'm shocked, Beastie Boys. It's heartening to know that whoever's using Google is looking up Beastie Boys stuff. Are you surprised at the proliferation of jammy eggs?
Yeah, jammy eggs became the jammy eggs, I knew they were special to me. How they become special.
You didn't realize it resonated.
Yeah, I didn't realize it
with
resonated.
other
And so I'm
people.
just happy about that. You know what I mean?
Can't do any.
No.
Nope. Par for the course. That's what you expected.
Everything was what I expected.
Keanu Googles himself a lot, so he knows.